When I grow up, I want to be a video game programmer because it makes other people happy.
When I grow up, I want to be a YouTuber because you can take any passion you have and create really cool videos.
When I grow up, I want to be a teacher because I enjoy working and teaching with kids.
When I grow up, I want to be a crumpet maker and designer because I love crumpets and I want to make other people love crumpets as well.
When I grow up, I want to travel the world and change the world.
When I grow up, I want to be a mechanical engineer because it's been my dream for ages.
When I grow up, I want to be a car mechanic because I like cars and how they work.
When I grow up, I want to be a filmer because I'm interested in it and I would like to make films for people.
When I grow up, I want to travel the world because who wouldn't?
When I grow up, I want to live in Bundaberg to grow sugarcane.
When I grow up, I want to have a property and I want to be an equine vet because I want to be smart and relate my job to horses.
When I grow up, I want to be a vet because it's been my dream since I was like 7 years old.
If I could have dinner with anyone, I'd have dinner with Liam because he's my best friend and he'd be great to have dinner with.
If I could have dinner with anyone, it would be my great-grandma because I really miss her.
I would have dinner with Annabeth Chase because we are both smart and could work out any problem together.
I would have dinner with Bob Saget because he's my inspiration.
I would have dinner with the creator of music because without music, the world wouldn't be the same.
If I could have dinner with anyone, it would be with my friends because I want to spend time with them while I still have them.
If I could have dinner with anyone, it'd be PewDiePie because he's my favourite YouTuber.
I don't know who I'd have dinner with. I'd probably have it with my family.
I would have dinner with my friends because they're just really weird and it would just be really funny.
I would have dinner with Bo and my tractor because it's awesome.
If I could have dinner with anyone, it would be Valentine Holmes because he's amazing.
If I could have dinner with anyone, I would have dinner with Bars and Melody because they're amazing singers and they're amazing at everything they do.
Oh yeah, if I could live anywhere, I would live in a caravan because you could go wherever you want to.
If I could live anywhere, it would either be a mansion or on an island because that'd be really cool.
If I could live anywhere, I would live in Santorini because I've always wanted to go to Greece.
If I could live anywhere, I'd live in a house because it would be nice to have shelter over my head.
I would live in Europe or the Pacific because learning all the different cultures would be the best.
If I could live anywhere, I would live at home with my family because I'm too young to leave home.
If I could live anywhere, it'd be England because I like it where it snows.
If I could live anywhere, I would live in California.
If I could live anywhere, I would live outside a landmark or a beach because you could just wake up to it.
I would live in Bundaberg because I want to grow sugarcane.
If I could live anywhere, it would probably be in a neighbourhood with all of you six because then we can continue having so much fun.
You stop going every night.
Yeah.
If I could live anywhere, I would live in a mole hole because there's so many different tunnels and it would be like a mansion but underground. It would be amazing.
How did you think of that one?
I don't know.
My funniest memory from this year was when me and Mr. Watt were walking back to my cabin and we opened the door to Liam singing and dancing.
My funniest memory this year was when Mr. Watt slipped down a muddy hill in white shorts calling out "Catch me, James."
My funniest memory this year was trying to play pro bending with $3 Kmart bouncy balls.
My funniest memory this year was when I was singing at camp and then Mr. Watt and Sam opened up the door and then they saw me singing and dancing.
My funniest memory was at camp when me and Mr. Watt were playing Jungle Speed and out of nowhere I yelled, "Pickle me chimbers."
My funniest memory this year was me dropping lettuce while serving lunch at camp, then kicking it under the serving desk with no one suspecting a thing.
My funniest memory this year is when Chase comes up with random things and says it out loud.
My funniest memory this year was when Mr. Watt walked in on Liam singing.
My funniest memory this year was when Lucy and Sam couldn't keep a straight face while filming The Promise.
The funniest memory this year was when a Bo threw a banana at my back and then I tackled him.
My funniest memory this year was when me and Sam had to walk up to each other filming The Promise and we had to keep a really straight face.
My funniest memory this year was Superwoman, when I fell down a hill and I yelled out, "Superwoman!"
My favourite memory at Terara was Mrs. B's class parties. They were the best.
My favourite memory at Terara was when Chase said he never had bread.
My favourite memory at Terara was meeting Neve after the only person that I knew ditched me at the play equipment.
My favourite memory at Terara is at camp when Mr. Watt said, "Catch me, James," when he slid down the hill thing.
My favourite memory at Terara was being with all my awesome friends and teachers.
My favourite memory at Terara is the change is coming!
My favourite memory at Terara is camp because I like the activities.
My favourite memory at Terara was joining the school.
My favourite memory at Terara is making up Elemento with Lucy.
My favourite memory at Terara was during recycling with Erin and I chipped my tooth. My favourite memory at Terara is so far the last year 6 farewell, but this year 6 farewell is probably going to be better. My favourite memory at Terara is when I got in trouble for not putting 3 fingers up to go to the bathroom.
The funniest thing I got in trouble for was Riley was tickling me in the year 6 area.
The funniest thing I got in trouble for was getting stuck in a tyre.
The funniest thing I got in trouble for was twirling my glasses on my hand.
The funniest thing I got in trouble for was in kindy when I did like this really slow-mo punch. It was like not even fast. When I was like, boom, and then I got in trouble for that.
The funniest thing I got in trouble for was sitting and eating my lunch when it wasn't the right time.
I don't get in trouble.
I can't think of anything.
The funniest thing I've got in trouble for was play fighting in kindergarten.
Funniest thing I got in trouble for was trying to get a plastic bag out of a tree.
The funniest thing I got in trouble for was splashing yogurt on the 1-2 classroom.
Funniest thing I got in trouble for was daring Faith to eat a chili.
The funniest thing I got in trouble for was eating a chili because Lucy dared me.
I am scared of Riley's girlfriend.
I'm afraid of dolls, killer clowns, or any clowns in general, seaweed, scary things, rats and mice, and just anything creepy crawly.
I'm afraid of snakes and spiders.
I'm afraid of Twitch streamers.
I'm afraid of being in the middle of nowhere alone, not knowing what to do.
I'm afraid of spiders, seaweed, clowns, things in the dark, and ladybugs.
I'm afraid of insects, spiders, snakes, and my most feared is the dentist.
I'm afraid of spiders and T-series.
I'm afraid of snakes, spiders, clowns, jellyfish, seaweed, and like avocados, goats, heights, a lot like etc.
I'm afraid of sharks, snakes, spiders, T-series fans, and John Deere tractors exploding.
I'm still afraid of mice, but I'm like growing out of it, so yeah.
I'm afraid of moths, rats, mice, and killer clowns.
If I could tell my future self anything, I'd ask them if there are robots yet.
I would tell my future self to stay away from those tires.
If I could tell my future self anything, I would tell them that no matter how big a problem is, you can always get through it.
If I could tell my future self anything, it would be to not date Riley's girlfriend.
I would tell my future self, be yourself and you can achieve your goals.
If I could tell my future self anything, I would tell myself, hey, did you become a mechanic like you always wanted to?
I'll tell my future self to not drift a Lamborghini because it won't end well.
I would tell my future self not to drink.
I would tell my future self that Mr. Watt still owes me $2.
You do. I would tell my future self to keep driving tractors.
If I could tell my future self anything, it would be Lucy. Everything will be okay if you're in a Terara state of mind.
If I could tell my future self anything, I would tell my future self that I am the best, but in capital letters.